Hey, how we doing, guys?
Hey guys,
Joe here.
Kevin.
So yeah, we're really in the middle of one of the best seasons of TV ever, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel season 2.
Yeah, we only have a couple episodes left
I
here.
know.
We're on number 7 here.
And I thought about that this morning. I was getting ready to come over here. I'm like, wow, we're really flying through the show, and it's just such a great journey to be on. It really is the most bingeable show I think we're doing right now.
Yeah, it's great. We definitely have some bingeable
We
shows,
do.
but yeah, because this one so often ends on a cliffhanger.
Yes. You're yearning for more every episode, and binge week was a real treat for us.
It really was
fantastic. But the last episode, we have a lot of revelations coming forward.
Right.
Noah is in the CIA apparently.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
What? I never would have guessed that. That was not on my bingo card.
Right.
But we're continuing Abe's frustration with
his
family, and not knowing in his family. And the roles are kind of reversed. Like Rose still doesn't know. Rose is still in the dark, obviously, which is terrible.
Right.
But so is Abe a little bit. Abe was realizing he does not have control that he thought he did.
Yeah, and he used the word control. Why he's so bothered is he doesn't have control over his kids' lives. And man, that's something that the Abe needs to work on, right? That's an Abe issue,
right?
And he probably wouldn't be this manic about it if one of the two things was happening. But when you find out your kids are leading lives that you didn't know about, both of them kind of at the same time, your only two children, that does feel like, you're like, wow, I don't even know my family. I get it. He is kind of where Rose was at the end of last season before she went to Paris. The difference is that Rose kind of went on she got more introspective, a little passive aggressive, and just kind of left. And Abe's natural reaction to that kind of thing is to kind of blow up, right?
Yeah,
to try to bury it, but to fail miserably and keeping it down. Yeah, it just explodes in small pops. Maybe a big one's coming.
Yeah, Rose is more passive, and I think Rose's her leaving. I think that was kind of her just being like, I don't know what to do.
I do too. It's like
fight or flight.
It was a regression kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I think she kind of, especially with the art classes, it feels like I'm going to go back to a time when I was happy.
Yeah.
And that was when she was a student in Paris, right? She originally wasn't in Paris before.
Yeah.
Before she was with Abe. So I think it was like, well, these people don't want me. I'll go back to who I was.
It's kind of like, what am I going to do? Like, what kind of life am I living here where I'm just at home in the dark?
Unless she's rich, and we obviously don't know her financial situation at all. She was kind of living in a fantasy world a little bit. Yeah. It's like, I mean, Abe's. Yeah, I feel like Abe is the breadwinner in the family, unless there's actual inherited money there.
I think there's some inherited money there.
There might be
on both sides, even.
Sure.
You got it more so now,
right?
But I think they had something. I mean, if you're living in Paris,
right? I mean, but I feel like the reality is like you can't support yourself in the way that you're doing this.
No,
no, not in the long term. She wasn't working. She was taking classes. She was going shopping a lot. I feel like. It was a bit of a fantasy, like it wasn't a realistic resolution. Now, when Abe came over there and she starts apartment hunting, then it became more real because now my husband is along for the ride. Then it became more real. It's like I have a job. I got 2 jobs I have to get back to.
Two. Bell Labs,
right? And so it didn't seem real. At the same time, she did the right thing. She got out of it. She came home. Abe did the right thing, right? I'm gonna help you get, feel like you felt while you were in Paris, and got her into classes and defended her when she almost got kicked out of them.
Yeah.
Abe was doing everything right until this revelation with the kids that just chucked a hand grenade in everything for him,
big time. The interesting thing though about the kids is he chose to tell Rose about Noah, but he didn't tell her about Midge. And I wonder if
that is a good point.
I was talking to somebody on Patreon about this. It kind of reads as that he didn't tell Rose about Midge because he doesn't really know how to handle it. He's not necessarily mad at her or disappointed. But with Noah, he's bitter.
Yeah.
He's very bitter by that. And
the fact that Noah had higher security clearance than him, I think that kind of... You're right. I think that feels like he surpassed him in some way.
I think he was closer with Noah.
Oh, for sure.
I think Noah's the kid that he relates the most to.
And Mitch said that too. Like, I've always been my mother's daughter, and Noah's always been Abe's son.
And so I think that really, really shook him.
It did.
And also, I think a little bit of it is like you have to feed Rose something. I think that's in his mind. I got to give her something. Because I don't know how she's going to react to the comedy thing.
But she's going to know, Right.
You don't go 5 seasons without it.
Right. There's not a world in which that they keep Rose in the dark about her daughter having this secret life, right? It's not Hannah Montana, right? There is no way that's going to be a reality.
God, I wish it was Hannah Montana. That's
Wouldn't it? Yeah, exactly.
Where's Billy Ray Cyrus?
Abe is Billy Ray Cyrus.
He is Billy Ray, isn't he?
Yeah.
Acre Bricky Abe. All right, well, we're going to hop into this episode, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hey, guys.
If you don't mind, hit the like button for us. Please leave us a comment down below. And if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the new content we have coming your way.
Yeah, we'd really appreciate that. If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page. There's a lot of stuff over there. You'll have to watch it on your own device. You're only going to see our beautiful mugs and hear our beautiful voices.
Yeah.
Sorry. I totally blanked out there.
It ain't great. I was like, what?
This is our first show of the morning, guys. I'm sorry.
It is.
We do have a Patreon exclusive 30 Rock going on over there right now. And we have the next 4 episodes for those on YouTube right now of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So if you're one of those people who would like to jump forward and watch the next 4, you can do that right now on our Patreon page.
Good time.
All right. Sorry that my brain shut off for 30 seconds there. I kind of felt like Mark Wahlberg in the firecracker scene of Boogie Nights. Yeah, just staring off into space for a very uncomfortable 30 seconds.
Yes, that makes me Todd.
You're right.
Most of the pieces here have already sold.
Isn't this the opening?
They invite serious collectors to come to the pre-opening. I bought those 3 last week.
Is she comfortable in this world? I know she's rich and privileged, but this seems different from what she's used to. I mean, like this is a higher level, right?
She's used to blue collar folks.
Sure.
Yeah, I bought those paintings right out from under him.
And this makes you happy?
Extremely. He stole a Rauschenberg from me last month.
Is it actually about the art, or is it just about, I bought this? You know what I mean?
Right.
You were a great date to bring to something you know nothing about and have no interest in.
Wait till you see me at a boxing match.
I'm going to get you another drink.
Yeah, this is not her world at all.
I enjoy good art, but the same.
I do too. I go to art museum every time I go out of town, but the conversation and everything is not her. And I'm not gonna lie, I look for the great artists. I was like, where are the Picassos?
Exactly. Like this is more my speed. This is fantastic. Portraits are great. The abstract stuff, I'm like, colors.
I took an art history class. I enjoyed this stuff.
That's cool.
Nope, paid full price.
Which was?
$25.
You overpaid.
But hat.
Right.
Okay, interesting open.
Did you ever see a documentary called Exit to the Gift Shop?
No, I have not.
There's a lot of, I like it because everyone says I'm supposed to like it. That kind of goes on at these things.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because if it's official, I should put it on your official itinerary.
The champagne, Mrs. Moskowitz.
It's funny. It's a date.
They're both dating. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And he should. He's allowed to, for sure.
Now.
Yeah. Not when you were married, man.
Yeah. To make. At 4 o'clock this afternoon, I went down to the bank. And after some negotiating, some pleading, some bloodletting, this building, the building that houses the Maisel and Roth Garment Company, is officially ours. We bought it, we own it, it will absolutely kill us. The interest is criminal. I anticipate dropping dead right on this spot, but I own this spot.
He's funny when he's working a room.
He really is, man.
What's with the teaming up on the guy who sprung for the champagne?
We're just concerned about you.
Don't want you to get a bad reputation.
Don Draper got himself a bad
He
reputation.
sure did, yeah. Joel's the anti-Don Draper.
He is, yeah.
You know, it was exactly 1 year ago. I blew up my entire life.
Yeah.
I wonder, okay, so he's very confident and very happy right here, but I wonder if deep down he's kind of hurt.
For sure. No, he is, yeah.
Because we know he loves Midge.
Yeah, that has not stopped.
It is?
You know him?
No.
Oh, I do. I own him.
How colonial of you.
No, I mean a painting. It's hanging in my living room.
This is funny. He's such a nerd. I love it.
I'm so glad we came here tonight.
So you could stare at Franz Klein?
Yes. And you?
Good answer.
Smooth, yeah.
I know when I'm drunk and when I'm not drunk, and I am not drunk.
Actually, Rufus Sewell plays drunk really well here, doesn't he?
Yeah. I'm not drunk.
He's up there with Catherine O'Hara as far as playing drunk really well, yeah.
It'll be fine. We totally want to buy some art.
Oh, don't say
To
that.
show him we're serious.
You can take your $25 painting up to this guy.
Maybe he'll like it. Maybe he'll like it. We'll see.
Right. Maybe he'll like her brashness.
You want to buy something? Come to my studio tomorrow. As long as you bring her.
See? She's charming and interesting.
She can win anybody over.
Yeah.
She's the best.
Trust me, I take very good care of myself.
I know, but I'd like to volunteer to share those duties with you if you don't mind.
He's a superhero, all right? Shazam can protect you.
Yeah, sure.
He's a big guy.
That's a huge guy. Shazam can't protect you.
Right. Interesting that a guy this big and handsome and everything and charming pulled off playing super nerd on Chuck. It's like, how did Zach Levi be the guy that no girl wants on,
I know,
on the
right?
show?
Yeah. Cut to 10 years later. Here we go.
Right. So that must have been a really good acting job.
The same for Chris Pratt,
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty spectacular.
Go ahead.
Though spectacular takes on a much different meaning once a person's met you.
Joel's going on dates, multiple dates. Go ahead.
Joel had a live-in girlfriend for
He
a
did.
while. It's okay.
You're not-
yeah.
You don't have to.
You're not victimizing anybody. Yeah. Live your life.
And plus, this guy seems like a nice guy. You see
Yeah.
anyone?
No, I don't think he's threatening in any way.
No.
I think what we learned about him when they were on vacation is he's more standoffish than anything else. He's got walls.
Yeah.
Baby number 3, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, Jill's doing a little self-pity here.
Yeah.
When you drink like that, sure. Yeah.
I just want to be forgiven.
Oh,
I think he is.
Can I be forgiven?
Archie, tell him he's forgiven. I feel like he is. I think Midge did.
he turned her down. I mean,
Yeah.
But it's more than that. I think.
Sure. It's self-loathing.
In his mind, you can't.
Right.
Is there a reason you are psychologically scarring my coworkers?
Phil Mazzarino, East Coast Booker we talked about. He wants to see you.
Great.
Susie's doing her job. She's doing it well.
Let's sell it. Split the money. I know we
Yeah.
could all use it.
Skint and I are doing fine.
Your husband has a wooden leg that doesn't fit.
I think that's
Why wouldn't they want to sell it? What?
Your leg doesn't work.
You're right.
You're gonna build a house and live in it with your awful leg.
In Vermont.
Yeah.
That's not an attack on Vermont. It's just not where they are.
Yeah.
They're not Vermont people.
No.
Your studio was quite impressive. Mind if I take a look around?
His was really full and you just shotgunned it.
Yeah. It's fascist wine.
Yeah. If he doesn't sell any paintings, does he have money?
I know, right? Like,
That's a big studio in New York.
it's got a trust fund, I guess.
Right.
He'd appreciate it. He'd look at it, at least. Do you even look at any of these?
The Allies have landed. Well, good for them.
That's an old paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows a joke that I don't. I thought maybe if I take her home, she'll tell me the joke.
So is he going to give her a painting then?
I think it's either that or he wants to draw her.
This isn't where you store the bodies of the people who try to buy your paintings, is it? This is the painting.
I've heard the stories.
Oh, it's the one that Ollie Pollock's seen?
I hope we don't see it.
I don't want to see it. Yeah, I love that.
Sell the greatest thing I'm ever going to do in my lifetime. Stick it in a gallery
That's
and a
fair.
doctor bring it home.
I get that.
Yeah.
If you want to do something great, you want to take something as far as it'll go. You can't have everything.
When is this hit home for her?
Yeah. I cannot wait to talk about this.
Yeah.
Tell
It
him
was
to pick
beautiful.
out any painting he wants and leave a check on the table. But don't tell me where he lives or I'll come back and get it.
What a great actor.
Yeah, he really is. I've never watched The Man from High Castle. I think that's a
I
big show
haven't.
that he's on.
Somebody pointed out on Patreon, though, another great Amazon show.
Yeah.
So it could be like,
What's
Yo,
this?
man.
Keys to Mom's car. There's no way Mom's gonna let me drive her car. When she took me to school, I walked and she drove alongside me.
It's a dark spin of the
Yeah.
hunting.
We've been without food for 24 hours. Some people never have anything but bread soaked in water.
For someone who's living the height of privilege, she does consider other people really well compared to others.
Midge is a superhuman.
Yeah,
She's
she is.
fantastic.
She's a rich girl who grew up rich, but seems to identify more with blue-collar people than with the wealthy people.
She can
does.
fit in anywhere.
Yeah.
Moish, please, I'm atoning for the things I'd like to do to that man.
I'll go lie down, and you propose everybody play a game.
Like, name that homicidal despot.
Or charades.
You know what? In him taking this secret on himself, he has to be an accomplice.
Yeah. I like that they're working together.
Yeah, they have to.
I'm not playing charades. I'm not putting your shoes outside the door or responding to your hooting. But tell them.
Thank you! It's about time, yeah.
I'm not going to lie for you right after Yom Kippur. I'm not going to blow a year's worth of sinning in the first 2 hours.
That's fair.
Thank God we tied her to the
This
bench.
isn't going to look good with the guy upstairs.
Mr. Busman, why would he care?
Let's go.
God, her
God, I would
mother.
kill for-
I'd have been sitting there with a sandwich wrapped up in my coat.
I know, just ready to go.
The foot long.
Yeah. Subway bags. Yeah. That's great.
Do you think she actually tells him in this episode? Or we have to wait?
I don't know. All bets are off.
I could have a stroke. I'm 30. In the Maisel family, I should have had one by now anyhow.
That's good.
I'm over the school. This is so stressful.
Just keep moving.
I feel like when you fast, and I've done it before, kinda, for like medical reasons, after a certain point, you don't feel as hungry. Like 4 or 5 hours, you're like dying, right? But like you get to like longer, it's like, you get over the hump. Yeah.
They made shoes, they herded sheep, they hid guns.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, honey. Go to your room. Lock the door.
Lock the door.
I like that you just had the back shot of his head for that.
Could I have your attention for a minute? Stop touching the flowers,
Oh, wow.
Shirley.
We're really doing this?
I'm nervous.
Zelda, would you mind holding off on the food for a minute?
What?
Why?
People are starving, Miriam.
It's going to get cold.
I promise this will be quick.
Everyone stop talking and it'll get over faster.
This last year has been very challenging for me. And
Get to the point,
I
Midge.
found it leading me in new directions.
She's not going to say it.
She's not. She's not going to get it out.
I haven't started. Zelda, not yet. Anyhow, so this last year has been very challenging for me.
Come on! Get to the point! I'm getting stressed out watching this.
Zelda usually answers the door.
How do you know what Zelda usually does? Who are you?
She's my friend.
Everyone needs to stop talking. I'm losing it here. Yeah.
I am pursuing a career in stand-up comedy.
Thank you.
You what?
Hey, this is great.
Well, he's doing a pretty good job on this, isn't he?
You're a plumber at Steiner's. You came to fix our sink, and when you left, it was worse.
She's not a plumber, Mama.
I should say not.
This rabbi's like, I got to go.
You have a relationship?
This is not the best time to start a relationship.
Yeah, you're just starting a career.
We're going to be touring.
Touring, yes.
Aw, poor Joel. Oh, yeah.
No, I'm giving you an example of one of my jokes.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God, this is a mess.
Funny.
If you took 1 minute to think
Shut up! I'm pregnant!
Oh!
Waiting until the right moment to tell you.
This was not it.
Man, Astrid, that was a great crescendo to this.
It was.
1 year ago on Yom Kippur, I gave my first
Isn't it sad
performance.
that Joel thinks about this date is when he blew his life up and she thinks about the comedy instead?
That's when our life began.
Oh, yeah.
1 year ago, my husband
Okay,
walked
so you
out
did see
and
it,
my
right.
whole life fell apart.
Yay!
My old life ended.
Yeah, but she definitely has a different perspective than Joel does about the anniversary.
Big time.
Tits up.
Tits up.
Thank God she told everybody. It was driving me nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Man, there was so much happening there.
We got to talk. We got to talk about Rufus.
Yeah, Rufus Sewell. Yeah.
Oh my good Lord. That was an amazing piece of writing. Also, I like how it wasn't meta, but I like how they had like the tortured artist and they had him dressed like that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Honestly. But no, I think what he said about his art was very true. He's like, if you want to be truly great at something, you have to give it your all, put everything into it.
Yeah, which is the crossroads that Midge is at, right? It was perfect timing for that. And let me just say, when you write a role like that, you have to go find someone who can bring it. And man, Rufus Sewell can bring it.
Well, it's been done so often. We have a million biopics about artists. There's a Van Gogh biopic.
Right.
There's literally a Pollock biopic.
Right? Yep.
And it's like, it can be cliche.
Sure.
But the fact that he was funny,
right?
The fact that they leaned into it, I thought was brilliant. And the fact that we don't see the art, that was also very good.
Oh, I love the fact we didn't see the painting.
Yes.
I absolutely love that fact.
Because they can't make something as good as they were saying it is.
Right. Just know that it was something amazing. Right, for sure.
And that's brilliant.
And it's a symbol for Midge's career, obviously. Right, absolutely.
More,
That painting is the possibility of what Midge is going to be if she gives her career her all. Which is why I think after that, and I was going to say this, and everyone interrupted the flow of the episode when they brought him up, I think that's going to be the end of her and Benjamin. I don't think she's going to be able to commit to Benjamin, to another relationship, and commit to this. I think she's going to say, you're a great guy. This is a path I could take, but it's not the path I really want for myself right now.
It'll be begrudgingly, but
for sure.
But I think he'll be around for a few more episodes. I think something will happen to where he's like, I can't wait around for you.
Right. I don't think he's going to be in season 3.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. Zachary Levi's a very famous actor too. So
I think we've only got one more episode, don't we?
What is this?
7? There was 8 in the first season. I'm not sure about the second season.
I wonder. I don't know.
Sorry, we never look, guys, at how many episodes are in a season or how many seasons are. Yeah. Obviously, we've been wrong.
I think it might have been more than 8 in the first season.
No, it was 8.
It was 8?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then maybe this is
it might be. But I do feel like we're setting up Benjamin to be like the possibility of getting back what you had with Joel, just with somebody else, someone who, because he's supporting of her stand up, right? He's like, this is what this could be Joel plus somebody who supports what I'm doing and willing to be in the relationship still anyway, but it's going to be, I really can't give you what you want or what you're going to want from me or what a relationship deserves if I'm doing this thing.
Especially if she's going to be touring.
Right.
That's the first time they've actually hinted at it, because in the first season we talked about how she's going to go on tour.
Right.
Now they're talking about that.
Now it's like, okay, now we've had the success with an actual booker that can make that happen.
So season 3 might be hitting the road.
Well, yeah, season 3 could be hitting the road for sure.
That'd be a lot of fun. I love that.
For sure. Oh, absolutely.
Montages of them in the car.
Yeah.
Really cool.
In clubs and different cities. Yeah.
But you're right. If she's gonna do that, she's gonna need full support from her family.
Right.
Ethan and what is her baby's name? I always forget. I can't remember either.
Esther, maybe?
Esther and Ethan. That's right. They need full attention. They're growing kids, obviously, but
it's weird to have a mother of 2 small children going on the road. And I know that that's not fair, right? That's a stereotype of, well, if you're acting, why aren't you taking care of your kids? Like that gets thrown at actresses all the time. Like, well, what about your kids? You know, and the actresses are usually like, how come dudes don't get asked, about their kids when they're touring or when they're making music or movies or whatever?
Obviously, they're with somebody.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. It's covered.
Yeah, don't worry. I told them not to use the stove. They're fine.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Threw a box of macaroni and cheese down, so good luck.
Yeah. But no, like, she's got a great family.
Yeah.
Rose didn't act the way I thought she was going to act. She was kind of like, oh.
I just think she's confused.
I think so too.
I don't think she knows how to react to it yet. I just think she was talking about there's a lot of processing.
She was like, the plumber?
Yeah. She was really hung up on Susie, for sure.
Also, congrats to Astrid. She's pregnant.
Yeah.
Great moment.
Terrible time to say it, but it really broke the tension of that moment. I'm like, what?
But no, Abe's reaction to that too was also hilarious. He was
great.
Guilty, you know?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
So I wonder if it's probably not going to come back again. I doubt Rose is going to be like, you knew about this. But if you left it slip, that'd be kind of a fun
it may come down someday to the point where it's out, but at that point the damage is done. So
Noah saw through him. He's like, "Is this why you're in a bad mood?" You know,
right? Well, and yeah, it's true. But I do like the fact when Noah's like, "Not everything's about you." She's like, "Literally, this is." And it's like, yeah, this is her conversation, man. Well, you guys are all hijacking it.
You got people that haven't eaten in a day, so
which I think is what made it so funny was everything's heightened.
Yeah. She could have waited.
Starving.
She could have waited till after dinner or during dinner.
Right.
But I guess that could ruin things. I don't know. Either way, it made for a great scene, like truly a great scene of just chaos.
Right.
And, it feels like the weight is finally off. I like that everybody knows now. It's out in the open. And the only people that were really disapproving of it seem to be Moish and Joel's mom's name.
Right. I can't remember either. Sorry.
A lot of characters are juggling here.
Right. But yeah, those are the only two. The two who aren't invested in any way, really, are the two most judgmental about it.
Yeah, she's not worried what they have to say at all. Like, their concerns are the least of her concerns.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
But are you funny? You don't seem funny. It's like, what?
It's hard to, be funny. You know what I mean? Like,
do it now. Perform, monkey.
Also, if she told half the jokes she was telling on stage, they'd have a stroke.
Yeah, exactly.
They really would, which is common in the Maisel family.
Right. I'm glad Joel was there being supportive of her and all of that, especially against his own dad.
The line with him and Susie, Susie's like, yeah, listen to your husband.
yeah. And of course, Joel saying, no, you can't be in a relationship. You got to focus on your career was more self-serving than anything.
Yeah.
He can't be with Midge, but he definitely is not ready for her to move on.
Mr. 3 dates a week there.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You can have a boyfriend. I have girlfriends. Yeah.
Which, the beginning of the episode, that was such a sad moment when he's I just want to be forgiven. It's like, dude.
It's Yom Kippur. You're going to be forgiven. Isn't that the point?
Don't beat up on yourself.
Yeah.
Man. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, you screwed up like every person does. Maybe yours is a bigger screw up than a lot of other people's, but everybody screws up
unless you have
somewhere.
A freaking time machine. You can't change it.
Yeah,
you just got to live with it.
Yeah, you can beat yourself up forever, or you can try to live your life like you're still alive as a person. Do that.
It's him saying, I want to be forgiven. He wants to forgive himself, but he can't.
I think so, too. Yeah. I think it's all... Because I don't think anyone's throwing his face in it anymore. Mitch certainly isn't. I don't think... the Maisels or
they're all having dinner together.
Yeah, I don't think Abe is holding anything against
them. They went to church together. They went on vacation together. It's like they are still business as usual.
Rose was good with him whether on vacation.
Abe showed him the romper.
Yeah, Abe showed him the romper. That was their big one-on-one conversation. It wasn't about Midge. It was about the romper.
I feel like I should show you it.
So yeah, we have one more in this season.
We're assuming.
I think.
I think if the last season was eight episodes, I doubt they.
I think somebody said it was because you and I talked about like how long do some of these set pieces take and some of these long shots with so many moving parts, and someone said like it's 8 episodes, but it took them like half a year to shoot it.
Which I believe.
I do too. Some of the like large cast dance sequences while scenes are happening.
It breaks my brain thinking about it.
It's an amazing show, man. It really is. All right, we'll catch you next one, guys.
See ya.